हेलो एवरीवन, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। ईद मुबारक सबको। और ये हमारे आज का चौथा सेशन है यूके जर्नी का। और ये सेशन बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट सेशन है क्योंकि ये पहला पहला बुनियादी सेशन है, बेसिक है। तो कहते हैं ना, कोई भी बड़ी बिल्डिंग बनती है तो सबसे पहली जो ब्रिक होती है, जो सबसे पहला स्टेप होता है, वो ये है OET वाला सेशन। और मज़े की बात है कि वो आप ये, मेरा ख़्याल है जितना मुझे नॉलेज है, कि हाउस जॉब में भी फाइनल ईयर में भी दे सकते हो। तो ये जितने भी हमारे पास फाइनल ईयर वाले हैं, हाउस ऑफिसर्स हैं, इनके लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सेशन है। तो इस सेशन को वायरल कर लें और इससे जितना फ़ायदा उठा सकते हैं तो ये आपका फ़ायदा है। तो समझे, दिस इज़ ईद गिफ्ट फ्रॉम डॉक्टर अमरत एंड नईम एंड अलमास डेंटल एंड एस्थेटिक क्लिनिक्स। तो इनका इंट्रोडक्शन ये ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं। ये माशाल्लाह इन्होंने OET और अभी प्लेब 1 प्लेब 2 सारे एग्ज़ाम्स क्लियर किए हैं। यूके में फ़िलहाल प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं। और इसके अलावा जब आइल्स का ज़माना था, लेकिन इन्होंने एक नया रूट निकाला OET का, और उसने पता नहीं कितने लोगों को माशाल्लाह डॉक्टर अमरत ने गाइड किया है OET के हवाले से। और उनके बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं। और ये यू ग्रेड में भी जा चुके हैं अपनी अंडर ग्रेड लाइफ में। 6 मंथ्स जो अमेरिका का होता है, तो उनको ये भी एक्सपीरियंस है। तो मैं ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लूँगा आप लोगों का। तो ओवर टू यू डॉक्टर अमरत। डॉक्टर अमरत, आप स्टार्ट कर लें। जी, जी, डॉक्टर अमरत दोबारा से जॉइन कर रहे हैं और इंशाल्लाह इसको हम स्टार्ट करते हैं। आप लोग लाइव ही रहिएगा। और जितने भी क्वेश्चंस हों OET के हवाले से, तो इस अपॉर्चुनिटी का भरपूर फ़ायदा उठाइएगा।
Hello, everyone. My name is Amrat, one of the junior doctors working in the UK for the past 2 years. Currently, I'm working in the emergency department, and I have graduated from Lums Jamshoro. So, without wasting any time, my session. So, occupational English test. which is very basic exam when you are entering into the UK pathway or pleb pathway. There are basically two options which you can definitely go. One is the IELTS and other one is the OET. IELTS is a bit difficult. Even I have seen many people with a good English command and studied whole of their life with the English medium, but still they failed the IELTS 2 3 times. So I would always suggest to go with the OET. I passed the OET in the first attempt, but many people definitely passed first or second attempt. So it won't take like the 3 4 attempts like the IELTS. So I would always recommend to go with the OET. So what is the best time to go for OET? The best time to go for OET is immediately after your graduation, because you cannot give pleb 1 without your graduation, without MBBS degree. So it's not a good idea to go for OET in your final year, because you won't be able to give the pleb 1 and pleb 2 in the 2 years, because OET validity is for the 2 years. So the best time to give OET is immediately after graduation and before starting your house job. Go for OET. And then you can give pleb 1 during your house job and pleb 2 immediately after your house job. What is the cost for OET? Definitely, the cost for OET is way higher than the IELTS. IELTS maybe at my time it was 40,000 Pakistan rupees, and now it might be 50 or 60,000. But OET is more than 1 lakh. It's 587 Australian dollars. How much time is required to prepare for OET? You basically need 2 months. Even it doesn't matter how your English, whether you are from English medium, Urdu medium, or Sindhi medium, you need at maximum you can count it as 3 months, but 2 months are enough. I prepared myself 2 months. My English background was not very good, but still I prepared it in 2 months. How to start your preparation? That's the main thing. When I was starting, OET was very new in Pakistan at that time. We didn't have much idea how to start, and that's the main thing. In every exam, you just need to know how to start, from where to start. So for the OET, to get the basic idea, there are basically 4 parts, as everyone knows: speaking, reading, writing, and listening. Listening is bit easier. Speaking is easier as well, but writing and reading are very tough. But how to get the basic idea, what do you need to cover, from where to start? So I started from the J videos of OET. So when you will go on the YouTube, there are many videos of JAY. When you will type on the YouTube JAY videos for OET, there are plenty of videos. So you you don't need to see all of them. Basically, if you have a time, you can see all of the videos. But if you don't have any time, you just need to see the 4 videos: OET, J video for OET listening, J video for OET writing, J video for OET speaking and listening. So you just need to see the 4 basic videos to get an idea, like what we need to cover, what does it, how to prepare, what does it need. So after seeing that 4 videos of J, you will have complete idea that what OET needs. And then you go to the OET Pakistan Facebook group. This is what I'm telling, what I prepared for, because at my time the sources were very limited. But nowadays there are many sources available in the market. You just go to the OET Pakistan Facebook group. There are plenty of sources there, and you just need to take the practice test and start practicing. Once you will start practicing, you will be very good. So out of the session, OET listening and reading, there are basically 42 MCQs in different ways, like fill in the blanks, or there will be paragraph and you have to find the answer, and there will be a long paragraph, you need to give the answer of the 6 questions. So in that way, there are 42 MCQs, and you need to pass 30 in listening and reading. And in the writing, you just need to, okay, just cover listening and reading, you need to correct 30 MCQs out of 42. Reading is a bit tough, it needs a lot of practice, but listening would be okay. So as soon as you do some sample tests, you will have idea at what stage you are and how much you need to prepare. In the OET writing, there are basically 45 minutes to write a letter. 5 minutes to read some lines for the referral letter, discharge letter, transfer letter, and you have 40 minutes to write a letter in which you have a refer a patient to another doctor, you have a transfer patient from one hospital to other, you have discharge letter to the GP. It is a common practice when we write in our house job, when we write a letter, dear doctor, I have seen this patient, can you please follow further management? So as soon as you will be doing the practice, you will have idea how to write a letter. And there's a speaking. In the speaking, there are basically two role plays. It seems like you are talking to a patient. You will you will you will be just talking with the patient, and you will maintain a good conversation. So just J videos for it's very simple. Many people think it's complicated because the competition is very high, and many people definitely fail as well in the first attempt. So people think it's tough, but it's very easy. Just go to the YouTube J videos, OET Facebook Pakistan group, and start practicing. The other good source is OET own sample test. When you will go on the OET website on the on the Google, the OET website, you have a two very good tests of listening, two good tests of reading, writing, and speaking. You can just practice those tests, and you will have complete picture of OET in your mind. Uh, can we ask question? Yeah, definitely you can ask question, Raul. And someone is comment. There's no audio. Can you hear me? Yes. So this is basically all for now. Definitely, I can't go into detail for every session. When you will see these videos and open your sources, you will have complete idea. I have also made some videos on my Instagram page as well. Uh, the link I have shared in the group, but you will get idea from that. If you have any question, please write in the comments. Yes, definitely. You can, Rahul, you can pass, definitely you can pass the OET. You just need to prepare for 2 months maximum. Even if you're from Sindhi medium, you just need to prepare for 2 months, and you will be good to go. Any other questions you have, please to ask. It is worth it checked. Well, is it worth to get subscription of different people? Well, it at the time when I was preparing, there used to be only 2 to 3 people who used to give subscription, or who used to get the writing, like verification of the letters, or the basically subscription. I the benchmark, it was one of the benchmark, and was one of the Hafiz Sher Ali. So I won't suggest. It depends on how you think, how you good you are. There are definitely some benchmark OET raters. You can compare your letters with them, and you will have idea how good you are. Or you can just try to find some you can take subscription from someone for 5 letters, but it again depends how you think good you are. If you think your letters are well enough to get a B grade, then definitely you should. But if you think you are going way lower, then you can get a subscription. It's no harm. You are giving exam for $587, and if you top up it with that, with 10,000 more Pakistan rupees, it's definitely worth it. You can take subscription. And another suggestion which I would give you, which I used, whenever you write your letter, just write it on the laptop, just copy paste it into the Grammarly. So the Grammarly is one of the apps, is a free app that will give you idea of your grammar mistakes, that where you have done the grammar mistakes. And another is the chat GPT. You can always copy your letter into the chat GPT, and you can ask from them what are the mistakes, what are the grammatical mistakes in my letter. So the chat GPT will help you a lot in making your letters good. And definitely it is a technology word, so you can always take help from the chat GPT. It's very good. I have suggested to many people, chat GPT will make your letter more professional and more, it will help you a lot. So I recently I haven't started any prep. The another question is, sir, I recently graduated. I haven't started any preparation. When should I give? My house job will start in the mid of the June. So you have 15 days of April, and 1 month of May, and 15 days of June. Definitely you should start preparing now, and you should give by the start of your house job or even before starting your house job, because in house job you will start working, so you won't have much time. And nowadays word is too competitive to just wait. At my time I gave at the end of my house job, because the play pathway was not very common. It became common, like when I was studying, it was people were turning from USMLE to pleb. But nowadays word is very competitive. There are, even the getting job in UK is very difficult, so it's definitely good to give the exam as soon as possible. You should start preparing from today, and 2 months will be more than enough, so you can give before house job, and you can book your pleb one as soon as you enter your house job. So you should start preparing from today, and you can give by the end of the June or at the mid of the June. Doctor, I have single name in ICNC and all of my documents. I made an account by putting hyphen in the last name. Is okay, or maybe, well, whenever you have one name, it is definitely not related with the OET, but whoever with the one name, it will be your surname or last name. Your first name will be FNU. FNU stand for first name unknown. So whenever you have your only one name, just write it as a first name as a FNU and last name as your first name, like surname as your given name, or whatever name is your on passport. Because when you will go for passport, they will always write your last name as well, maybe as your father's name. So it depends what's in your passport. Doctor, should we buy secret late revelation? How long does it take to prepare? Should we buy subscription for late revelation? Well, as I said in the beginning of the video, maximum 2 months. Even if you are from any background, if you have a good English command, you can prepare in 1 month. But if you have a middle background or low background, 2 months are more than enough. So 2 months are enough. And the another question is, should we buy the subscription for late revolution? Well, definitely, I didn't buy it my time, but you can definitely buy it, because nowadays it has become more difficult to pass it. And but if you think your letters are good enough, because in my time I had many friends, who recently cleared OET. I used to send it to them. They used to evaluate my letters. So and I myself think that my letters are enough to get a B grade, so I didn't take the subscription. So it personally depends on you whether you want to take it. If you are just getting it for 5,000 rupees, 8 letters, so definitely go for it. But if it's more expensive, then don't go for it. Can I give only one part again if we unfortunately fail one of those parts? No, you don't. You need to give whole of the you need to give all of the four parts. Even if you fail one of them, you need to give all of the parts again. Sir, did someone help you in checking your letter? Seniors don't help these days. Well, one of my seniors, definitely everyone, like if someone will ask me to check the letters, I won't be able to, because I gave my OET 4 years ago. I won't have much knowledge now, like what I write or how to correct it. So someone who has recently graduated and is your good friends, definitely they will help you. Seniors sometimes do help, sometimes they don't. So you can't force them. And even they, after someone, if someone has given the OET 1 year ago, they won't have idea. They won't be able to check your letters. So yeah, depends person to person. One of my senior was very good. He helped me in all of my pathway. So Rahul Roy. Is passport required for OET registration? There's no need of passport. You can just register it with your CNIC as well. So you don't need passport to register with the for the OET. Yep. Do you guys have any other question? Well, I would suggest OET is very easier exam. It's there are even it was more easier than passing my final year exams. My whole final year, fourth year exams were much tough. Like OET, Pleb 1 and Pleb 2 are the easier exams. You just need dedication, passion, go for it, start preparing. And on average, you just need 4 to 5 hours of day for 2 months, and you will be definitely good to go. Well, apart from J videos, basically the J video will give you idea what this exam is about, what does it contain, and how many parts. In the listening there are 3 parts, in the reading there are 3 parts, what each part contains. The J idea will give you idea about that. The sources the sources are, there are many sources nowadays, session videos and benchmark, many. You start preparing from the, go on a Google, write for OET official sample letters or OET official reading test, OET official listening test. There are two official tests. So just start from them, because you will have um, a good sample test to start practicing with. And then you can ask your friends, your seniors for the recent OET sources, or you can just go to the OET Pakistan Facebook group, post it there, and there will be many sources in the files group as well. I have recently heard that we can retake one component as well if it's failed. Is that true? Well, to be honest, to the best of my knowledge, I don't think so it's true. You have to take whole of the you have to take all the components again. But maybe I might be wrong, but according to the best of my knowledge, it's not correct. What would you recommend for speaking practicing? Well, in the OET, speaking is the easiest part, I think, because there are only 2 role plays of 5 minutes, and there are OET Future Land is one of the book in which there is a one page. There are 2 pages in which there are common sentences we need to use for OET speaking. Like 5 minutes are very easy to pass. So you just need to introduce yourself. Hello, my name is Amrat, one of the doctors here. Is it Mr. Is it Mr. Jazib? It is Mr. Raul. How can I help you? Or when you will ask the patient will say, "Oh, doctor, I have a chest pain." You have a one very common sentences to use, like, "Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. Can you please describe your pain more?" So these are the common sentences you have to use in the OET speaking. You just need one speaking partner. You can daily practice 2 role plays. You don't need to start practicing speaking from the beginning. You can just do it in the last 10 days of your practice. And when you go for speaking, they commonly have a very common topics. So when your seniors go for a OET speaking session, and when they come out, you can ask what was the topic. So you will have you have idea in your mind before you go inside. So you can just take the idea from them, and you can just go talk the common lines, and you will be very good to go with OET speaking. What you can recommend first? Can you get clinical attachment or any job in UK after clearing OET before play one exam? Well, not any job, but definitely you can get clinical attachment even if you're fourth year, final year, or even after graduation. You don't need any OET or play one for your clinical attachment. You can go for clinical attachment anytime you want. And it is definitely worth it nowadays. As far as job saturation is concerned, it's definitely worth to go for clinical attachment to boost up your CV. In my time, I didn't go for any attachment or ALS, but nowadays I would definitely recommend to go for clinical attachment. How long it does it take to prepare? Again, I say 2 months. You can give maximum time 3 months to yourself, even if you think you're not prepared, but 2 months are enough. Sir, can you evaluate my letters? Well, I gave my OET like the 4 years ago. I gave my OET 4 years ago. So definitely I will not be the best person to evaluate your letters. Uh, it's worth to take subscription from anyone you like. There are many in the markets nowadays. OET results. OET results are out in 15 to 20 days. So yeah, it doesn't take long time. So can we practice with more than one partner? Well, yes, you can definitely practice with more than one partner, but uh, it doesn't matter. Speaking very easiest part of OET, so you just need one partner, two partners. It doesn't matter, to be honest. They are very common sentences to use in speaking. So one partner is more than enough, but you can definitely have two, three partners as well. If you have PhD in English, definitely you don't need to give OET. You can give the competent language certificate as well. So you give your knowledge up to date. Well, because the OET exam is basic exam with the 4 parts. So as far as its components, my knowledge is very up to date. But I don't know like the regarding the component as you asked. Maybe you might be the right, but for my knowledge, you have to retake 4 of the attempts if you fail one of them. Yes, speaking is very easiest part. Is having more than in life, in your daily life, definitely is not a good idea to have one partner, but in speaking, you can have many partners you like. Okay, guys, do you have any other questions? And yes, if you have any question, like you can always leave a message on the group. We'll try to answer you as well. All right, take care. Bye. There's one more comment. Lend me some money for my OET exam. People think in the UK we are rich, but when you will come here, the taxes will take all of your money. So definitely you will not be in position to lend. All right, take care. If you have any questions, just leave on the group. We'll try to answer. Bye.